نرحب أعزائي بالسيد معالي العميد للشؤون العلمية الأستاذ بمشاركة المحترم. وجدت في لسان العرب في مادة الترجمة الترجمان والترجمان بالفتح والضم، وهو المفسر باللسان وهو الذي يترجم الكلام أي ينقله من لغة إلى لغة، وجمعه تراجم، جمع ترجمان تراجم. هذا في لسان العرب الجزء الثاني صفحة 219. ترسل لي حبيبتي سطورها المبهمة، ترسل لي حبيبتي سطورها المبهمة الوهمية، ترجمتها في لغتي، تعبت من ترجمتي، وشاحت الأقلام ما بين يدي، وبعدها أحرقت ما ترجمت. الحقيقة يسعدني أن أقدم ضيف هذه الندوة الأستاذ احمد فالح من مركز دراسات البصرة، ونبدأ عن الأستاذ احمد فالح. له ماجستير من تايلاند عام 2012، درس في الجامعة الآسيوية للعلوم والتكنولوجيا في تايلاند أيضا، ونشر بحوث كثيرة خارج العراق في مؤتمرات دولية في ماليزيا وفي اليونان وفي براغ وفي تشيك وفي تايلاند أيضا. وعنوان محاضرته طرائق تدريس الترجمة الشفوية. فليتفضل الأستاذ أحمد في 20 دقيقة فقط، وقد سرقت منها دقيقة.
Ladies and gentlemen, the head of our department, our instructors, our valued students, and our guests, thank you all for being with us today to discuss a very crucial issue in education, that's how to teach interpretation using semi-authentic and authentic teaching materials. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you know well that there is a crucial difference. Though they are similar, but they are quite different. For example, in interpretation, an author and addressees are what? Available, right? But in translation, an author and addressees are unavailable. So, at the end of the day, concerning interpretation, you have nothing in hand. So the conference already what? Finished. But with translation, at the end of the day, you have what? You have a nice document translated either into Arabic or English. So the focus is the question, why are teachers strongly recommended to use semi-authentic and authentic teaching materials in teaching, interpreting in a classroom? So you know well that teachers know technology nowadays in the bucket of our students, right? So we would like to make use of technology in teaching. Part of this, translation and interpretation. You know, we need to bring fun in classes. How? Through using English and Arabic real-life environments. Exposure to different discourse genres, exposure to different English dialects and accents. For example, nowadays we can go where? To YouTube, for example, and to find very short in use from BBC, CNN, or even nowadays we have Al Jazeera International. So we can bring technology into classes to make fun and to bring the real life situation in classes and teaching, because we'd like to get rid of the traditional way of teaching, because of education is really developing day by day. And nowadays when you go abroad, for example, somewhere in Europe or even in Southeast Asia nowadays, they, for example, in Korea in 2011, I attended a workshop on how to use technology in education. Nowadays, they actually gave out a tablet computer to students in classes to make use of technology in education. So, as teachers, I'm talking to you as teachers, we would like to make sure that our students are quite aware of the source language. For example, to translate from Arabic into English. Nowadays in Arabic, for example, even students when they talk in Arabic, we can see there are some, unfortunately, pitfalls in their daily communication. So even we would like to know that our trainees, students are quite capable of commanding the target language. Not just the linguistic side, but even the cultural side. We, as just Dr. Ali Almanna said, when we would like to translate, for example, the word na'iman in Arabic, like when you go to barber to have haircut, somebody says na'iman, then you have to understand the, for example, in the English culture, na'iman, they don't understand if you transliterate na'iman, they don't understand that word. Identification of the discord genre of the talk to be interpreted. For example, nowadays, we would like to bring different genres, discord genres, into classes, because it's really important to let the student be what? Be in contact with different dialects, with different accents, because it's really important in translation or interpretation. Let's talk about requirements for success. There are three important and crucial steps should be followed in preparation. Let's say the first one is preparation outside the classroom. The teacher should make use or should make sure that the verbal texts are available. We need what technology? Like this overhead projector, a laptop computer. We need a tape or cassette recorder, or a tape or tape cassette recorder, yes. And of course CD and video CD recorder. Students would like to see some sort of change in our daily teaching. They are quite bored with the tape technique in teaching. So would like to, I do recommend, and I'm quite sure that other teachers do agree with me that we need to make some sort of change in teaching these two important issues. The process of learning and training and experiencing are totally crucial. So we have to bring some intensive learning, training, and experiencing. In a certain situation, for example, nowadays, we would like to bring a table and two chairs to be in front of our audience and to ask, for example, one of or to nominate any student to come and interpret a text from Arabic, for example, or English into another language. It would be fun. The students would see some sort of a change in our daily routine techniques in teaching. And even in a real life situation later, we'd like to have a volunteer, two volunteers to translate a text, oral text actually selected from some channels. Okay, again, teachers. As a kind of demonstration, the teacher acts as a speaker, for example, and a selected or nominated student to be what? Interpreter. This kind of what? Self-confidence. And we'd like to tell our students that this is the way to be quite sure that you are capable of translating. we don't assume that they will translate 100% of the text. We know that we need many steps until we reach this kind of fluency and accuracy in translation and interpretation. Okay, now let's talk about the training. As I said before, we would like to make use of technology in teaching interpretation, like students translate or interpret directly from radio or TV announcers, as we're going to do later to translate the text or text from English into Arabic. Interpreting, though challenging, is fun. Yes, it's fun. I've seen some students would like to translate from Arabic into English or vice versa, because they think, or let's tell them that their work is going to be translated from Arabic or English into another language. So even feedback is quite important in such kind of teaching. Now, interpretation atmosphere. Have a look. We have two kinds of atmosphere, right? Interpreting a talk from a set of formal table. We have a table, we have chairs to be in front of our audience. So it's really what? A set of atmosphere. They would think that they are really interpreting from one language to another. They will feel that they are up to such kind of interpreting. Have a look on the second part of interpreting a speech from an audio like that. So they will think that they are quite valuable to their students. They are quite valuable in the new technique in teaching to interpret a text or a text from Arabic into English or vice versa. So now I'd like to have a volunteer. Where is Istabrak?
Yeah.
Yes, if you don't mind.
If you need more,
Yeah, sure. We have another students.
Excellent students.
If you don't mind, please, Istabrak. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start translating a text. Actually, already, yeah, it's actually okay. If you don't mind, yeah, you can, yeah, sure. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to assess the performance of Istabrak in translating or in interpreting a text or a text from English into Arabic taken from the BBC News. Simultaneous. Okay? Unfortunately, the video is unavailable. It's due to where is your responsibility, right? Okay. Anyway, we have Dr. Almanna now is going to speak about something concerning.
في الحقيقة اوكي
So,
في الحقيقة هنالك الكثير من المشاكل التي تواجهنا عندما نترجم في الحقيقة هناك المشاكل العديدة التي تواجهنا عندما نترجم نصا من اللغة العربية إلى اللغة الإنجليزية، وعندما نترجم من اللغة العربية إلى اللغة الإنجليزية ونحن ناطقين باللغة العربية لأننا ناطقين باللغة العربية هنالك سهولة في فهم النص العربي، ولكن الصعوبة تكمن عندما نحاول أن نضعه في اللغة الإنجليزية.
And there's a different English language.
ولكن عندما نترجم من اللغة الإنجليزية للغة العربية الصعوبات التي تواجهنا هي كيف نفهم النص العربي النص الإنجليزي عفوا ليس ناطقين باللغة الإنجليزية. فهنا الحقيقة من الأهمية بمكان أن نحاول أن نعطي المترجم نوع تلميح على النص.
Thank you, sir. Okay, we need another volunteer, Nuran. Say what you don't mind. Not yet. Nuran, if you don't mind, you can.
Are they volunteers, Mr. Ahmed?
من الصعوبات التي نواجهها في تدريس مادة نظريات الترجمة هي أنه الطالب عندما يصل مرحلة الرابعة ليس لديه أي خلفية عن مادة نظريات الترجمة، وبالتالي يعتمد الطالب على ما نسميه بالعامية الداركة بدون أن يفهم المغزى أو أهمية النظرية. ولذلك في رأيي المتواضع أنه أتمنى أنه أن تربط نظريات الترجمة في التطبيقات ونستبعد بعض النظريات التي ليس لها تطبيق لمرحلة الرابعة على الأقل.
Thank you. Thank you. Now the question is, we have two different interpreters, right? Let's talk about the assessment process. Just think about you as teachers. You would like to what? To assess the performance of the two trainees. So we would like to assess what? The quality of translation, right? Then we have to think about what? Accuracy. The grammatical structures used, the tenses, right? The word choice. What else? Fluency. Fluency means what? To be fluent in translating a text from oral lecture, right? What else? Self-confidence. Were they reluctant, hesitant, shy to be in front of you? What do you think?
Voice clarity.
The message.
Yeah, sure.
The intonation.
Intonation.
The message conveyed.
Yeah, sure. The message, right. So what else? What do you think?
Something concerning eye contact.
Eye contact, exactly. So did they do such kind of eye contact with you?
She focuses on what? On certain.
You know why? Because this is the first time to study sort of audience, right? So all in all, out of 10, what do you think? They get out of 10? What do you think?
8. I'll give them more than 8.
Sorry,
they have done a good job, I suppose. First of all, because they lack enough experience as a kind of interpreting. Then they try to give as much, as many ideas as possible, as they can. So I think 8 would be it.
8 out of 10. Both of them. Dr. Ali, what do you think?
I don't know what to say about abilities that they committed a lot of grammatical mistakes. Yeah.
You know, this is the first time.
Yeah. They have done something good so far. I give them 7.
Dr. Shihab, what do you think? 4. Please tell us out of 10? Dr. Calvin, what do you think?
7 to 8 is good.
Good. Both of them?
They deserve 7 to 8.
So, great. You've done well. Thank you. Back to your seats. Thank you. So, as teachers, what? Equivalence. We would like to translate this text text to another language, right? We can delete it. It's not taboo to be deleted or...
You can translate it as transliteration as simple and between two brackets, a meal for starting or for starting fasting or for start fasting. Just to explain, not to footnote, just between brackets, afterwards you will translate it.
Translate it as a sliding meal. Sliding meal. Because we are preparing to fast. Slide.
Yes, I think as Ahmed said, I put between two brackets and say this is the last meal that Muslims eating before fasting all the day until evening.
Yes, for the word itself, I think we should put a translation for it. Then we put explanatory footnotes explaining that this is the meal that we are taking in the holy month of Ramadan at the noon time. So this is at the last time meal that we take in the holy month of Ramadan.
Yes. Let me cut a long story short, and based on the circumstances of the translation. So I don't like to say this is wrong and this is bad. No, we have to appreciate whatever you suggest. And then when we discuss the quality, we have to take into
بداية من شكر الزميلين على هذا العرض الجميل. أشار الدكتور علي في عرض مالته التدريسي وما يجب أن يقدمه، وتناول بشكل موسع أكد على التدريس. وكان النقطة الثانية في التسلسل مالته هو الإديوكيشن سيستم. أنا أعتقد إنه كل شيء ينبع من الإديوكيشن سيستم. النظام التعليمي. لن نرى نظاما تعليميا ناجحا ما لم يكن مستندا إلى نظاما سياسيا رصينا قويا ثابتا. ولا يمكن أن تنجح العملية التعليمية